Hello guys, so this is the second part for SonicWall configuration. So in this part, I'll be configuring the EHA part. So for this, I have already activated the trial version for this secondary one. So let's rename this firewall as primary, and similarly, I've also deployed the SonicWall for secondary. Okay, so now I have already configured the management IP for secondary also. So 1020 is for primary one and 1020 30. This is the secondary one. So let's log in this one. So currently a license has not been activated in the secondary one. So I'll just shut down the WAN interface of this primary port so that I can use the same IP in secondary one. After HA configuration, both will be synced in same configuration. So for now, I'll just disable this interface because the IP can be conflicted between two firewalls. So just for license activation, I'll just disable this interface. Okay. Now it's world 0.249 because so I'll just verify this one. It is being able or not. Mm, 1749. Okay, it's not working. So I'll configure the same place since I don't want to use another IP. So I'll just because I have only enabled the internet for that specific 0.249. So 16 16 54 NS web management disable on this. No problem. No thanks. So from CLI, so whether I'm able to ping it or not. Okay, ping one one. This is it. One. Okay, so able to ping Cloudflare DNS. The domain is also resolved. Now I'll activate the license. So I've already created the evaluation mode for secondary one, and its detail is. So I'll first copy the uh, authentication code. So device licenses. Auth code is here. It is fine, and I need serial number. This one. Okay, now I'll just skip my video because I don't want to show my username and password here. Okay, just wait. The device. Okay, I think the reload has been completed. Bye. Okay, now every license has been activated. I think okay, it's activated. So now what I'll do is I'll just uh, move the configuration for one. So it will later from the primary firewall. So I'll make this one as secondary. So this is fine. This is primary. So interfaces. I'll just enable the 0.1 and I'll try pinging the it is putting the primary firewall. Admin one. Okay, it is working. So now we'll configure the I didn't try this one. So I've configured the HA. So we need to go to device for okay, this is the secondary, sorry, primary one. So HA. So currently in status there is no state settings. So I need to grab the serial number of secondary one. Okay, so I need to use active standby. So and uh, just enable this stateful synchronization. So while you enable this stateful be able to enable the prime mode, and this is also not preferred by the knowledge base of software. It's warning like this. Okay, so let's disable this one. And there is another additional feature in the physical box, the real device. So we'll get a configuration named as enable virtual MAC. So what it will do is, so once this primary firewall gets down, it will transfer the virtual MAC to the secondary firewall so that traffic will not be dropped, and the secondary firewall will carry forward the MAC address of virtual MAC address of the primary one, so that the ARP will not be clear and everything will be synchronized. The session will be synchronized accordingly. So there will be option as like this, enable virtual MAC. Need to enable this one. So in virtual mode, there is no such option. So what I need is the serial number of secondary one. Okay, this one is fine, and I need to provide the control interface and data interface. I'll just as okay, I'll just use both as same interface. So we can also use different to accept. So just wait. So it is one primary active. Similarly, the secondary one device MAC address. Sorry, serial number is OE settings. Sorry. Here status secondary is not found yet. Taking the time. Okay, let's try refreshing this. I think it is being synchronized. Okay, so let's see the log in. Okay, I think there is some DHS synchronization being held. So this is in active mode period was in non-state, not ready. Okay, uh, log as completed. Okay, here was in non-state. Okay, firewall is now added as standby. So means one equal need to add the monitoring interface so that we can browse the primary and secondary firewall respectively. So we need to assign the management IP for both of the firewalls. So can at initial we'll be configuring everything from the main primary firewall, but if we need to monitor anything inside the secondary firewall, we'll be able to log in that monitoring IP. So in settings, okay, so in monitoring, okay, let's verify in advanced ones. So you can just leave this as an default in monitoring tab. So I'll just use this X0 interface. So let's keep this one as 10 10 10. 20 as the primary IP address. Okay, let's not. I'll just browse 40 as primary IP address and that's secondary IP. So okay, actually the interface IP will be 10 10 10 20. So we need to configure everything using this IP. But if we want to monitor the primary firewall, we can log in through this 10 10 10 40 40, and similarly if we want to log in the secondary firewall for monitoring, can log in 10 10 50. This will be fine. So I've just enabled the physical link, so we don't need any primary or secondary IP. Okay, sorry, we need to check this box, allow management on primary and secondary. So we don't need any logical or probe IP address. Okay, so in 30 the firewall was not able to open, so you can try this one. So 10 10 10 50 will work. We will be able to uh, browse the secondary firewall from 50. Wait for some time, might take some time. We can able to browse this. So every time we need to browse from this main IP address for configuration. This is only for the monitoring option. I'll just verify. Okay, not good. 40. Okay, 40 is fine. I think there is some issue in EHA part on status. Okay, it is already standby in standby mode, so I but that found here no settings, everything is licensed. So okay, what I'll do is when I set user contact HTTP, there might be some process running on browsing. Okay, process. I'll just verify whether the configuration has been okay. Configuration has been synced, but I think there is some dark spec. So still I'm not able to get the information. The setting, but status shows us that primary active and standby has been on pair option. There is no okay. The firewall needs to restart. Okay, let's restart. I think there is some pending tasks. So until then, I'll just skip the video. So at this time, the secondary firewall might work. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, once I rebooted the primary firewall, the secondary took place and is now active. So you can see here, secondary is currently active. So but there is stateful sync down because the primary is down currently. So I'll just verify whether the configuration has been synced or not. Monitoring. Okay, here is the problem. Okay, everything is fine. So we need to just configure here as if this. I think this this directly need to find the primary or secondary. So let's wait until the device. So what I'll do is I'll just configure here. So the primary device was 10.10.40, 10.10. Okay, allow management. So I need to enable both option in both the firewall. So now it should be fine. Okay, it is now working. So there is ping for 50 also. Okay, I need to configure uh, this option in both firewall because the configuration will not be section. So we can also push the nice setting from here, and we can also update the firmware by synchronizing from this, and we can also uh, force the active or standby. Before, let us, there is no power. Okay, IP address is 40 configured before. It take some time. We can also verify here. So it is just right. So it should be off to work instantly. Everything fine here. Okay, still there is some pending tasks. So let's wait. So the device is being pressed. There was in it. There was in booting after configuration. It is validating the configuration. Let's try refreshing. Okay, now green. So stateful working at so similarly. Okay, 10, 10, 10, 40 is also. So what it did is currently the secondary firewall is active. So I'll now just fail over and make the primary one as course. Okay, I again log in here, primary will be active. That means similarly 10.10.40 is the primary is the monitoring IP for primary, and 10.10.50 is for the secondary. Okay? So, this is for the monitoring purpose. So while the primary firewall will be in active mode, so we will not be able to configure the firewall from the secondary, but we can only monitor the firewall 50. Okay, okay. It is not giving two sessions. So I'll just log in through the 20. Stop. 20. Okay, it is in secondary standby mode. So the is in currently in active mode. So I'll just show you all the to the sync early. Okay, 09. Okay, what I'll do is now, so I'll just check how many packet loss will be there while switching from primary to secondary one. I'll just try pinging the one into it is now working from the primary one. So once I reach the force active is available, let's verify. So there is no any packet loss. I'll now verify that the secondary device is now primary or not. So, okay, you can see secondary is now active. So I'll again um, make this sorry, I'll again press the button for it standby failover. So this time the primary should be active again. So, okay, so you can see here, so you can see some latency here, but there is no packet loss. You can see it here 450. Okay, so primary, this should be primary one. Admin password is already standby mode. Verify the home path. So everything is fine. Fine here. Okay, also fine. Primary is fine. Okay, this is all from for the configuration part. So thank you so much for watching this video. So stay tuned for other configuration part. I'll be making videos regarding SSL VPN and the other IPsec VPN, other firewalls, other vendor firewall. Thank you for watching this.